Are in the Dutch countryside, and that's to test out these two vehicles. That's Max, looking like he's going surfing in his Ford Ranger Raptor, and this is my supercharged 5-liter V8 Range Rover, not a 2-liter 4-cylinder diesel engine.
It's a bit disappointing, but we'll see.
It is.
I think I'll still be faster than you.
Hashtag engine swap. Let's see if you are. As I said, I've got a 5-liter supercharged V8, 510 horsepower, Gorilla exhaust, which makes all the good noises when I'm going to break traction on this stuff, this sandy, mushy, grassy stuff. Okay, so I've got a route on my phone. I've never driven this section before. We don't do much off-roading, as you know. So this is, well, it's not the first time I'm off-roading my Range Rover. I've done it before, but this is the first time I am doing a video about it. Okay, let's get going. Let's get some fresh countryside air in here. And let's show that little Ford what true off-roading really is. Well, in Holland, because we don't have many mountains and stuff over here. So this is like the Dutch variant of off-roading. Let's keep it at that. So, as you might know, a lot of you guys were complaining about us getting Range Rovers. You obviously don't like Range Rovers, and today I'm going to tell you why we love them. We are absolutely in love with our Range Rover, because as you might know, Max recently bought a Range Rover Sport, and this one's been with me for nearly a year now, and I'm just completely in love with this car. It's just because it's this classic Range Rover with a 5-liter supercharged. I mean, this engine really does make the car. You know, it's like an engine with a car around it. The Range Rover, it's one of the first off-road vehicles ever. Land Rover and Jeep are the two true off-roading brands, of course, with like a historic pedigree in the World War. I think you really feel that in these vehicles. Oh, I really love that about them. But I do think this gen, the L322, has that classic feel about it. It's a lot like the old Range Rovers from the 70s and 80s. What does he want? In his stupid Ford. Ah, fuck! Breaking my own Range Rover. Now my window's broken! I feel like making a hand gesture. But I'm not, because this is YouTube. So I'm not going to do that. He is! No, 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 no. So today we've got a bit of a variety of surfaces. So now we are on the tarmac, speed bump. What speed bump? There, I didn't feel anything. And that's the air suspension, and it doesn't have those ridiculously big 23-inch rims that Max's Range Rover Sport has, those overfinch ones. These 20s with the big rubber on it, they are just superb for off-roading, for comfort on road. It's a super nice compromise, and I really like that about this car. We are going left here, brake testing. Oh. Okay, so he wanted me to open those exhaust valves. I'll open them up and I'll show that little Ford what a true off-roader sounds like. There we go. So silent mode is off and loud mode is engaged. That never gets old. Oh, huge puddles! Oh my god! This is what I want. Yes! Oh, I like this car so much. It really is one of the best V8s ever made. This AJ133 5-liter supercharged V8, 510 horsepower, and it's just too much for this car, and that's why it's so much fun. Oh, I don't know why we don't do this more often. I really like a loose surface. I think it's so much fun. You don't need to go like a gazillion miles an hour to break traction, to just have a lot of fun with your car. We are going left here, but I think it's this one and not that one. I really like it. But he has those Fox Racing shocks. Those are like insanely good. Oh, gotta love that little Raptor. Needs a bigger engine, but other than that, absolutely amazing. Oh, that Gorilla exhaust is the best mold I've ever fitted to any of my cars. Okay, so one of the cool things that you get on the later L322s is this 4x4 info system. So you can see what gear you're in, if it's low gear, high gear, you know, the turn of the vehicle, all kinds of other stuff. Not sure. This was like a mule, for a testing mule for the L405. So like the four-wheel drive system, the air suspension, the engine, the gearbox, it's all for the L405. These, this is all new to the L322, and it's only as from I think 2012 that you can get this 5-liter supercharged with all this serious hardware that you also find on the L405. And that's really cool that they did that. It looks like an old Range Rover, but it's actually a bit newer and more modern than you'd think. And that's what I really like about this car. Let me open up those back windows. Maybe we get even more sound. Oh, yes we do. That's loud. It's not just the exhaust that Gorilla has changed. They also fitted these custom-made 200 cell catalytic converters. So that's why it's this loud. This is like even louder than an F-Type R, which is already super loud. But you wouldn't expect it looking at it. It's just those two little black tailpipes, you know, not a quad exhaust or anything. We didn't want it to be like super obvious, so that's really cool. It does 0 to 100 in a little over 5 seconds, so it's way quicker than what Land Rover says, because they say it will do 6.2, but we got like 5.3 I think. So that's insane. I mean, 100 to 200, even though this is like a brick, it's as fast as like a Golf R. That's insane. And this car actually needs so much fuel to like provide all the power that if you exit a corner and your tank is like nearly empty, all the fuel goes to one side of the fuel tank and you don't have any power. It's hilarious. Oh yeah, there we go. Air suspension doing its magic. Oh man, what a sound. What a sound. And then the downshift. Those crackles. It's not remapped or anything, so it's not like a pops and bangs software. It's just there for the XKR, the F-Type, and Range Rover. They filter it away with the stock one by fitting like a huge back box, a huge silencer. That's why you don't hear it, but it's there. Okay, so now we go, I think right here, yeah. Oh, that's narrow. That's why I'm really happy that I have a wrap on this car, so you can do stuff like this without scratching it. I mean, doing this with the original paint, you would get like scratches all over the car. Bouncy, 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 bounce. Ooh. I think I can adjust the ride height like right here, but I don't need to. It's already perfectly fine, even though these holes are quite deep. Not a problem for this Range Rover. This is also the introduction of the terrain response system. As you can see, terrain response, so you have like different modes you can put it in. Sand, gravel, snow, rocks, anything. Just put it into that mode and it will adjust all the diffs, all the suspension stuff, traction control, high-low gearing to the situation. So that's really, really awesome. Oh, that sound just never gets old. There is just nothing like a V8. Nothing. Let's get that crackle going. Oh man, I love that. So that was it, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. I just love taking my daughter to school in this car. Open up those exhaust valves, see that big smile on her face. That's what cars are all about. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, go check out my full review of it, of this car right here, or go check out the playlist right